Okay, good morning everyone. So let's start lesson 2 with assemblies. So click on file, click on new, and then click on part. Okay, and then click here, display style, and click on shaded with edges. Now let's select the front plane and then click on corner rectangle. By using the origin here, starting from the origin, drag and make a rectangle. Click on it and then click on smart dimensions and put the dimensions of 120 millimeters by 120 millimeters. Okay, looks good. Now let's extrude this with the given depth of 90 millimeters. Okay, click right or click on OK. Now click on fillet and then click on these 4 edges, 3 and 4, with the parameter of 10 millimeters, and just click on OK. Okay, now let's make a shell. Select the front face here, select normal tool, and then click on shell. Put the parameters to a thickness of 4 millimeters, then click on OK. Okay, looks good. Don't forget to save our work so that we can refer to it on another day. Okay, the work has been saved. Moving on. Now this face here, click on it, put right click, and then select zoom to selection. Now click the front face again and then click on extrude cut. Now click on convert entities. Now click the front face again and then click on offset entities. In the parameters, put the offset distance of 2 millimeters and then select reverse. Click on OK. Now click exit sketch and then under direction 1, set the depth to 20 millimeters. Okay, now click on OK. As you can see here, a lip has been created by that. Click on save to save the current work. And then you can change the color and appearance of a part or its features. Just right click on Tutor 2 icon here, right click, and then on the context toolbar, select appearances, and then select this part here, our part. Now in this property manager, under color, select a color on the color palette here and then click OK. So I'm going to pick the color blue. Looks good, and then click OK and then save part. Okay, now you can create an assembly by using 2 parts. If the first part that we have done on the previous lesson does not open, just click on file and then click on open, and then just click on part 1 and open. So now this is part 1 that we have created on the previous lesson. Click on file, click new, and then click on assembly. Click OK. Under the assembly to insert part here, click part 1. A preview will be shown here, and then click keep visible in the property manager. click on anywhere to place part 1. Okay, and then click on part 2. Just put it right here. Click on OK. So now this is part 1 and part 2 side by side. If required, we can just click on it and just click on zoom to selection or zoom to fit. Now let's start with mating these two components, these two parts here. Just click on mate here and then select the outside edge of the lip on the top of part 2 and select the top edge of part 1. So let's zoom. Select the top edge of part 1, which is here, with the outside edge of the lip on part 2. Let's zoom here. A preview of the mate will be shown. Click on coincident and then click OK. Now the position of part 2 is not fully defined yet. It has some degrees of freedom to move in directions that are not constrained by mates. Now select part 2 and try to move part 2. As you can see, only the part that we have mated does not move. Other dimensions, other angles have the freedom to move. So to make it completely non-movable, to make it a complete mate, select the rightmost face of one component and then select the corresponding face of the other component. So let's click on mate here, select this face on part 1 and select this face on part 2. Okay, click on OK. Repeat step 1 and 2 just now, but select the top faces. This time select the top faces. Now let's click on OK to save that, and see, it says here the component is now fully defined. The selected component is fully defined. It cannot be moved, which is a good thing. So this is our two parts that have been mated completely. Don't forget to save the assembly. Let's save it as assembly 1 under lesson 2. Okay, moving on. You can change the display settings of the components and save the settings in a display state. At the top of the Feature Manager Design tree, to the right of the tabs, click Show Display Pane. So that's it for lesson 2.